Theodis Daniel, who is running for CD18, and his son DJ, who probably we have all seen on television when when President Trump made him a DEA agent. Is that right?
Secret Service.
Secret Service. Somebody told me DEA. I thought they knew better than I did. Nice to meet you. Want to come over here? Come on. Yeah.
Good evening. I tell you what, I've been to Portland, from Portland to D.C. to Virginia. Got back. Well, I had to go to Austin to drive back here, and then I just drove here to this event. So yeah, I got here. I am running District 18, and this is the first time in almost 50 years that since 1973 that it can be potentially flipped. And I think God's been working and He's been speaking. He didn't make it to where it became at the joint session to where people got to see how the left was really behaving. I didn't realize that they was feeling that way towards people. And so that night with President Trump was an unforgettable moment. And for him to think about us, that lets you know that he thinks about the people, which is, very important. And we are still kind of upset about what happened at that joint session. I'm not going to let them forget it because they didn't do any favors for any of us. So, like I said, this is a pivotal moment in time, and it is a turning point at this moment for us to be able to make District 18 great again. There's been economical degradation of the whole area. The community's gone down, crime's gone up, infrastructure's bad. Law enforcement not getting the adequate support that they should get, even paying itself. You got elderly that need help. We got an influx of homeless that's not being taken care of, and other things of that nature. When we got somebody going bananas on the bio, and there's bodies coming up there, there's a problem. And some people want to be in denial, but we do have an issue. So we've got a lot of work to do. And I'm not a politician. Y'all know I'm not. But I've been through enough to where I think that, if we take it back to history and teach some of these folks that feel like they're entitled, it wasn't meant for career politicians to do it. The forefathers cringed upon that. They didn't want that. And now we have this great divide, government shut down because one side wants to sit there and give illegal immigrants Medicaid and whatever else, and they didn't work for it to earn it. That's not right. So they'd rather have other people suffering. But guess what? Like I said, it's a turning point. And we can do it. But, you have to be willing to be vocal. You have to be willing to be able to take whatever they throw at you and stand on your own 10, and be there and willing to fight. And this has been a fight for us for this 18, because I ain't gonna lie to you, this is the first time I got to speak in anything, because I've been boxed out of everything. I didn't know about no debates. I didn't know about any events but some dinners, and I'm like, well, what is a dinner gonna help my weight? So I didn't show up. But we've been putting signs up, and they've been stealing all my signs left and right, so I fixed the problem. $20, I pay the homeless people $20 an hour, and they dang near sleep there by my signs, so we don't have no more signs being stolen. So sometimes, like my daddy says, more ways to skin a cat. So, I'm up here. I'd like to take questions. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. So let's get it. Come with them questions.
Who has a question?
I think it's great you jumped in. I guess I have a confusion. I thought that the redistricting or the new map was not redrawn until 2026. Is that not true, or is it
From what I saw,
effective now?
From what I saw, the new map isn't going to take effect until December. Yeah, December. So it's still on the old map, but it's not. It's not going to affect anything. People are going to vote for whoever that they have a little more trust in, whoever they can relate to the most. I think this is about the time that, like I say, everything's going to change. You need somebody that you feel like is going to go in there, not going to be bought and paid for. I ain't going to lie to you. I've had a lot of other politicians mad because I won't take their money. I said, I don't want your money because if I have $1 million in my campaign accounts, my loyalty goes in the layaway, and you're going to want to cash out on me sooner or later. I said, but the power is vested in the people, and a lot of you all forget that. So I'd rather just take my money from grassroots that's donated by just, the voters and the people out there, because I'm indebted to you. I wouldn't be, if God puts me in that position, he allowed that to happen because you all allowed me and you trusted me to, get in and make things happen and make something shake.
I have a question too.
Okay.
What do you see in CD 18 that's different now than was in effect before, that you're telling us now this is a turning point where we have a chance to take it back? What is the difference you see?
Well, the difference in 18 is that, well, for one, there's nobody been in that seat since March 5th. Okay. And that didn't just, I'm going to be honest with you, that did not happen by accident. You've got 400 plus Congress folks that's in there. Why did God pick two of the same people, the same folks out of the same city that was battling cancer? And then all of a sudden, and here's the irony is that Sylvester was sitting next to DJ on the United plane. And I was poking Sylvester through the seat, trying to talk to him a little bit there, but he wasn't really all the way there. And then when we was at the joint session, he pointed at me and stuff like that. But like I say, I think he's, in my better opinion, God's speaking. He says, enough of this. I mean, there's got to be a change. Nothing stays the same. We're not going to be here forever. You can say that you want to be here forever. God's going to say, look, one thing's guaranteed. I'll give you breath of life, and you're going to come home, whether you like it or not. But like I said, I mean, it's time for 18 to get something different. That it is what it is. So this is our moment. And my cousin's church there on Jensen called Greater Jerusalem Baptist Church. So his name was Dr. Reverend Theodis Daniel. He used to sing with Johnny Taylor and Sam Cooke back in the day with the Highway QCs. So I'm his actual second cousin. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I can't be bought. I'm gonna let you know that I'm not gonna be bought. I do have a term limit. So I don't want to come in with a term limit. I'm gonna be there I like to go fishing. So I just want to come in, shake the bush a little bit, get things ironed out for the next young group that wants to come in and take the horns from them. Because Generation X, look, we're setting the roadway and paving it for the next generation.
Thank you. I have two questions. The first one is, as you can tell, a lot of precinct chairs, we're Harris County Republican Party. We're the grassroots support that the candidates need. First question is, I understand you've been having some interference that you feel from the Republican Party in Harris County, and I wish you could discuss that just a little bit so that we all understand what's going on. And then two, would you also tell us how we could contribute to your campaign? Okay,
well, one is me coming in as I call myself a freshman Republican. I'm not a rhino. I'm not that guy. There's no questions about it. I'm a true Republican. And the thing is, all the resources for fundraising or anything else, I just didn't get it. I mean, every time I call the office over there off of Katy, it's almost like I'm begging for them to answer the phone. They don't return phone calls. There's nobody manning post. While the Democrats out there working, they're always visible, having parties and stuff. And it seemed like the GOP down in Harris County and that office is like sitting on their hands. It gave me a flashback of the joint session. And I'm sure Harris County could have been more redder in previous elections, but it's just they're not working hard enough. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. We can complain all we want, but you're gonna get off the rear end and go get something done, and then let's go do it, because the Democrats are doing it, whether they're cheating stuff in ballots or whatever. You can't really just say them, but they're doing their work, and they're doing it. But we want to energize. Exactly. We got to be out and be visible, and what they would call command presence. You have to have that. They have to get tired of looking at us. When you come out there, you need to put that big elephant on there. Like, they're gonna get tired of looking at elephants. They go to the zoo. They're gonna avoid the elephant section. Woo! But yeah. So I have my website up. It's teamdanielforcongress.us. It's got everything on there. People can donate, whatever, or just put signs up. Or let me put a sign up in your yard or something. That's the way I'm doing it. I'm just doing what I know, because I didn't get any help from the Harris County GOP, and I wish I would have, but I just got the precinct chair's numbers about 4 days ago. Now this is 2 weeks, and about 2.5 weeks out for the election. So the perfect timing. I know it seems like we have a little bit of time, but I always run on the principle of what would God do with so little, and I've always done so much without than more. So I don't have a problem. I like a pressure. I like working under pressure anyway. So if any way that we can get some help on my end, coming from you all to help me out, then let's do it. Because regardless, I'm still going to file to run against Al Green. So that is what it is. I already know Theodis Daniel. He's running against Jasmine Crockett, so I see him off. Yeah.
Any other questions?
First of all, that district is known for ballot harvesting, period. Okay, so knowing that, what are you going to do to overcome that? Because that's a big deal in that community. I lived off of 1960 my whole life and going into that. So I know that whole Greenspoint, everything south, that area has been so ignored and so not taken care of for all these years. Sheila, Sylvester, Green, all of them, they don't care. They bring them a turkey at Thanksgiving and they go to their funerals and that's it. So what are you going to do about the ballot harvesting? Because that is a big deal in that area.
Well, let me tell you something. So DJ has been sworn in by Governor Greg Abbott as a protection detail. He's a part of them, right? So whenever he does his swearings, I always get to talking and asking questions and stuff. So when I asked Mr. Greg Abbott, Honorable Greg Abbott, what he's going to do about the seat being empty, and he says, well, just run, because we're already on top of Harris County. We're watching them. And that's why Tanisha Husband, is over the elections department, all that other stuff. So they're on top of it. I mean, I think for the absentee ballot, they don't have very many like they used to. They used to have 6,000, 7, 10, 15,000. They can't do that anymore. It's a wonder when I ran for mayor of Houston, it's funny because I was number 15. I got up to 4th place, and when Robert Gallegos dropped out, that put me automatically to 4th place. Garcia was losing, and then all of a sudden I get a letter in the mail from Mary Turner, and it says that your name will not be eligible to be placed on ballot because your voter registration will be inactive. How is that possible when I paid my fees and you go through the checklist and I've ordered, and it's been accepted, everything is there, but they didn't have a record of me being a registered voter. So they won't be able to do that. There's no reason for the Secretary of the City of Houston, when you go down there, to file your paperwork and stuff, and you look on the computer and you see everybody's voter's registration information up there, and you see, click on this X right here for absentee ballot. So I saw all that. My kids pointed that out to me. So they're not gonna be able to do it this round. They better work for it, because that's what they're gonna need to, or cheat. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but hope they get caught.
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any cards with you or any way for people who
Oh yeah,
want to help you
I
to
brought some
reach
cards,
you?
yes ma'am, I got plenty.
Okay, so anybody can get a card from you and know
Yeah.
where to find you and how to help. They can get in touch with
Oh
you
yeah,
there.
yeah, you can call,
Great. And
you call everything.
I also have a question for DJ.
Mm-mm. Got a question for you.
DJ, can you tell us a little bit about President Trump, your buddy?
I ain't gonna lie. One day I just woke up and hold on, let me refresh on that because I'm stuttering. I came back from school. My dad said I got a call from somebody. I said, it's not President Trump, is it? He gave me a few hints. Next thing you know, ding, I got it.
Wow. So is he a good guy?
Yes, ma'am.
He's your buddy?
Pretty much, because everybody says it.
Well, anybody of yours is a buddy of ours. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, one thing I can say about President Trump now, a lot of the people on the left were saying, oh, it's just a political stunt. Of course, Jazzy Crockett over there, she wants to just talk bad about it and talk about the kid, first of all. I don't understand how a grown person can talk about a kid. That's bullying. But President Trump and the First Lady, Miss Melania, as soon as I had put out there that he had 3 tumors, I got a call from the White House. And it's been consistent communication between the White House and us. They just sent us a letter and some pictures the other day. They know I'm running because I asked them, so they know it, and they're just watching. That's what they're doing. So it's not like it was just a one-time deal. He actually cares. I don't know how he survives on going to sleep at 3:30 in the morning every night and waking up at 6 and 7 o'clock. I don't know how he does it, but that's what he does, and he really cares. He really cares about this country. I got to meet him. Of course, I didn't get this. I didn't get the little push and pull deal. So I got lucky. I have to say I'm one of the lucky ones. But he's definitely amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's done a lot. He doesn't get enough credit. When I went to Portland, I went downtown with one of my friends, and they were surprised that they didn't have any homeless down there and no drug addicts laying all over the street and sidewalks. And they said, looks like it's working. So.
Everybody, oh, I'm sorry. We still have a question.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did. You mentioned your being at the State of the Union. What was that experience like? And watching it on TV, when the Democrats did not stand, when your son was being honored by the President of the United States, I was blown away. I couldn't imagine as you as a father seeing that. I mean, what was that? I mean, what was going through your mind at that point?
Well, in the beginning, we didn't know who Democrat Republicans was. They never mentioned anything. I just know we were in there, and I thought we were just there for the speech. Of course, there were like 13 of us there. Lincoln Riley's family, Jocelyn Nungre and her mother Alexis and her father, Jason, who's California Highway Patrol deputy that got killed in line of duty, along with the mother that had her son that was a hostage, and President Trump got him back. The girl that got brain damage from playing against a transgender dude, and she was there. There's a whole host of us, but put it this way: the energy in that building, I have never felt that much in my life. When it got to the point to where they were chanting DJ, they were literally chanting DJ. It was so loud I had to close my eyes and absorb. My hair was standing up on my skin, and I said to myself, "This is the America that I know." I don't know what they thought that was. Y'all thought y'all was gonna come and ruin this party, but a lot of us grew up with Prince, and we party like it's 1999. Unfortunately, it's 2025, so we still get it. So, what's that saying you say about one monkey? What'd you say?
One monkey don't stop no show, and the song is called "Keep On Rolling," and we gonna keep on rolling.
There you go. So yeah, it was like I said, it was very amazing. They did try to steal the joy. I was so embarrassed when Al Green started doing this. And if you watch me, I slumped down in my seat and said, "Oh God, he's embarrassing here in Houston right now." And then when he turned around, if you look at him, he actually turned around with his cane, was going to sit down, but he looked at all his constituents out there and he put his head down. And he went back to doing his cane again. So now this time when he got ejected, I said, "Oh God, man, he just embarrassed Texas, man. I can't believe it." About to take my shirt off, and then everything else is people taking off their shirts, acting a fool in there. I've never seen a group of people that were supposed to be leaders act like children, and you expect to be leaders. Now, they forgot that when you're a leader, if you have people that's supporting you, they're only going to emulate what the leaders do. So you can't really blame the people out here in the street acting a fool because their leaders acting like some 2-year-old babies, being disrespectful, cussing people out, talking about like them dog and embarrassing little kids on TV. I just can't believe it. Now, they did stand up 2 times. You do realize that, right? Or y'all don't know that they actually stood up 2 times. You know which 2 times they were? Men playing in women's sports. And sending over there Mr. Zelensky handout coming over trying to get money.
Terrible.
And there was only one Democrat that stood up, and I literally had to go back and correct it on the news. And I said, "Look, I know y'all don't get these corrections too often, but look, I was wrong." There was obviously one Democrat that was standing there by herself named Lauren Gillen, and I actually took him back to D.C., spent $1,700 to go just so she can go meet him and get a hug. Wow. And she walked him into the Democratic side, because when we came up top and I was sitting down there, and I stood up there and I said, "Man, I think we're on the wrong side of the room." And she was like, "Yeah, this is Democratic side." I said, "Oh, Jesus, I need to be on the other side." And so she was like, "No, you're okay, just sit right here." So I sat there, and she was taking him downstairs, and I told her just like, "Look, ma'am, I'm gonna ask you for one favor. Do not let Jasmine Crockett talk to my son unless she come and apologize for what she did." And she says, "I won't." So she took him down there. There was probably like 40 or 50 Democrats down there. He only had less than 10 come up to him. Everybody else was just looking at him all ugly. But Ms.
Don't pay attention to them.
Yeah, we don't pay attention to them. They can be mad all they want to. I'm sorry, but a change is coming.
Yeah.
A change is
Yay.
coming.
Yay. Well, anybody else with a question?
It's not a question, but I did want to provide a clarification. There are multiple Republicans who are running in CD18 in this race, including Carmen Maria Montiel, and the Harris County Republican Party has not endorsed any single Republican or favoring any one Republican. Each candidate is responsible for their own fundraising. In the event of a runoff where there is one Republican against a Democrat, then of course the county party would support the Republican. But as of now, because there are multiple Republicans running, the county party is not favoring any one of those Republicans.
Thank you for that clarification, Rolando. But everybody who wants to help Theodis, he has information
I've got
for
cards
you.
here.
Information for you. You can find him later and he'll tell you what to do. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So good to meet you, DJ. Thank you very much.